me tell you why the Dior Platinum membership in Australia specifically is not worth it. Actually, why I think that whole tiered program is not worth it. I'm going to do it while holding a fan because I'm having a hot flash. And you may ask yourself, why not just wait until hot flash is over and then film? Because they're never fucking over. They're never over. I mean, fucking menopause. Perimenopause, postmenopause, menopause. I don't know what the fuck I'm in, but I'm in it. Anyway, the Dior membership tier thing was awesome when it first came out, okay? I was a big fan. I thought this is going to be great. This is not going to be like a popularity contest anymore, and you don't have to have like the best relationship with your essays, which, by the way, love my essays. So this does not reflect her at all, or the other ladies in the store that I shop at, okay? Just want to put that out there. They are beautiful, lovely, gorgeous women, inside out. Like, I just love them, okay? Got a really great relationship with them. But I did think, like, long term down the road, I'm going to move rural. How am I going to maintain that, you know, and into another state? How am I going to maintain that? Can't. So I thought, great, tiered membership program is going to be based on your money and how much you spent, not who you are or where you shop. Wrong. Like, that's so wrong. It's still like a popularity contest. It's like you're in some sort of frenemy friendship. You know what I mean? Like, you're kind of invited to things because you overhear it. Do you know what I mean? They don't really want you there. And that's how it feels. And that's how my last interaction with Dior Beauty made me feel. And since then, I've kind of gone, kind of really love the products. They're really, really working for me and my skin. But my last interaction, not with my essay, somebody else, has really put like this sour sort of note on the whole thing. And it's, yeah, I really don't like it. So anyway, what happened was before Christmas, I was told about this beautiful music box that was coming out, you know. I was shown a picture of it and I said, yep, great, grab me one, I want it. It was offered to me, I want it, right? Then I went in to pick up some things and the manager that used to be there, she's now left, and there was this new sort of interim manager. So she's come over and she's like, oh, we can't just order it in. You have to go to this event that they're having in the city. And then from there, you'll be able to purchase it. So I'm like, oh, okay, not a problem. I'm sure I should be invited to this event. I'm like, oh. So I'm like, okay, I haven't seen anything about this event. You know, is it in my emails? Like, what is it? She's like, oh, I don't know. So she goes off, blah, blah, blah. She goes, oh, you're going to get a call from someone. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Got my stuff, and I'm thinking, yeah, there'll be an email or something about some event that's coming up, whatever. So I'm like, this is going to be like the last one. Awesome. And then I get this email from head office. No, sorry, not an email. I got a phone call from head office. And this guy says to me, oh, hey, you know, you're this, you know, fantastic, like, he's so, like, wordy. He's like, you know, he's great customer, and I've got to really look after you, and, you know, you're so fabulous, and, you know, you want this thing, music box, you know, I'm going to send you one out. You can purchase it with me right now. So I'm like, oh, okay. And then I kind of suddenly just went, but hang on. So, oh, sorry, question. I thought we had to go to this event and we were only able to purchase it there. Like, what's happened? Oh, no. You can purchase it with me. I'm like, oh, okay. I said, so I'm not invited to this event? And he's like, oh, I don't know. That's not run through us. It's run through, you know, this person at the event. So I'm like, all right. So I just put my fan down. And then I'm like, all right. And he goes, well, I can get them to call you. And I thought to myself, normally I wouldn't bother with something like that. But I'm like, no, I'm a little curious now because I'm a platinum member. Like, platinum membership, which is the highest tier, you're supposed to be invited to these things. So I'm like, what's happened? Like, why was I not invited? So then this girl calls me she's organising the event. And she's like, oh, hey, I hear you want to come to this event. And I'm like, oh, I was just sort of curious about it, like, you know, what is it? And, you know, I thought that platinum members got an invite to these kinds of things. And she's like, oh, no, well, you know, and then she's kind of umming and ahhing, and then she's like, oh, it's just kind of for Maya members. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I thought that's a bit weird, but all right. And then she goes, I can invite you. She goes, we don't have any space for the first one, but the second one in the afternoon, we have heaps of space left. And I'm like, oh. And she goes, but I can't guarantee you're going to get the music box. They might be all sold out in the first one. So I'm like, okay. And I said, I'm just curious. Like, I thought platinum members were invited. Like, I'm just sort of like trying to figure this out. She goes, oh, well, no, like this is just for, you know. So I'm just like, okay. So I'm thinking, what's the benefit? Like, what's the actual benefit of being a platinum member if you're not treated like a platinum member? So it kind of left a bit of a sour taste in my mouth, because it was kind of like, you know, you've overheard plans, and because you've overheard it, you've been invited, but they don't really want you there. Do you know what I mean? It kind of felt like that. So it was kind of like, well, I don't want to go, and I don't want the music box now. Do you know what I mean? And it's kind of like this whole sour taste in my mouth, because it also brought up, like, you know, the original big one that they had at the Ritz-Carlton, where I remember the manager that was at the store at the time saying to me, I really pushed for you to go. And I thought, I didn't think anything of it at the time, but now I'm thinking it's the managers and the relationship you have with the store that gets you the invites, not the membership tier. So it doesn't matter how much I spend. It doesn't matter that I'm a great customer and I'm a loyal customer. I'm not rewarded for that. I'm only rewarded by my relationship with the store, and it has to be probably an ideal store, because the store that I shop at isn't an ideal location. I live in the West, and the West is perceived as a poorer region of Melbourne. So therefore, I'm not an ideal customer. I think this is just my beliefs. This is how I feel, the way I've been treated with them. So, you know, and call me whatever you want, but I spend a lot of money, and I don't spend a lot of money for this experience. Not at all. I would never. And 100%, if you're Australian, don't. If they're saying, oh, you only have to spend, you know, this amount and you're going to up a tier, and, you know, don't do it. Don't. Do not spend the money. Don't buy the perfume that you're not going to use, or that's just going to sit on your shelf just so you can get an extra perk, because the perks aren't great. I've been a platinum member since the start, which I think is like 2 years now. Nothing. What perks have I got? Australians didn't even get a Christmas present. My SA, I know, is holding some little buttons or something for me, which is like beautiful. I love that. She does this for me because she knows what a loyal customer I am, how much I love the brand, and she's just an amazing, you know, SA, and I really, really like her. And she goes above and beyond for me all the time, always putting stuff aside. I always get the newest drops and everything. As soon as it comes in store, she puts it aside. She doesn't even ask me. Then I come in, I go through what I want, and then I get it. I get what I want. Like, she is amazing. And I feel terrible saying these things because it's not a reflection on her, and it's not a reflection on, like, the store and the ladies that are there. It's a reflection on the brand. Like, you've introduced this tiered system. It's worldwide. None of it's consistent. And we're all treated differently. We're all treated based on not what our tier is and how much money we're spending, but it's based on where we're shopping and who we are and what our relationship is with, I guess, the managers or whoever's running the stores, and, you know, what stores we're shopping at. That's why you've seen influencers getting these beautiful snow globes for Christmas, and then other platinum members getting like a little soap or something, you know. So yeah, hands down, 100%, do not try for the tiered membership at Dior Beauty in Australia. It is not worth it. My opinion. I'm happy to answer any questions.